Hello students, today I will explain you poem number 1, The Road Not Taken, written by Robert Frost. He is an American poet. Okay, so it is a very interesting poet. In this poem, the road symbolizes our life. The poet says that the path that we don't choose in our life is the road not taken. He describes his feelings about that choice that he had left in the past. The path which we have chosen decides our future. Okay. लाइफ में जो रोड है, ये जो रोड सिंबलाइज किया है हमारी लाइफ को, चॉइसेस क्या है, हमारे डिसीजन है कि हम लाइफ में क्या चॉइस जो है वो अपनाते हैं. एंड whatever we have chosen decides our future, our destination. The important message that the poet wants to give is that the choice that we make has an impact on our future, and if we make a wrong choice we regret it. ऐसा ही होगा अगर हमने कोई गलत चॉइस बनाई है ना, तो क्या होगा, हम रिग्रेट फील करेंगे, बट कैन नॉट गो बैक ऑन इट. सो वी मस्ट बी वाइज while making choices. Okay, now I'm going to start the poem. So before starting the poem, let's see the rhyme scheme of the poem. Okay, what is the rhyme scheme of the poem? See the last words of each and every line: would, both, stood, could, ungrowth. Okay, growth. So give it A B. Okay, A B, write down. Okay, so it is, wait a second, A, okay, then B, okay, and stood and would are rhyming, so A, could, stood, would, A, and ungrowth. Okay, so it is again B. So what is the rhyming scheme of the poem? We can say A B A B, है ना, ये इसकी राइम स्कीम हो जाएगी. इस तरह से हम लोग राइम जो है वो देखते हैं. लास्ट जो भी इसका लाइन का वर्ड है उसको देखना है कि ये कौन साउंड जो है सेम किस तरह से राइम कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है. वुड को हमने ए दे दिया फर्स्ट, उसके बाद बोथ, बिकॉज वुड और बोथ जो है राइम नहीं कर रहा है, सो इसको बोथ को हमने बी दे दिया. स्टूड जो है वो बोथ के साथ नहीं करके वुड के साथ कर रहा है, यानी ए के साथ कर रहा है, तो हमने वापस से उसको अगेन ए दिया. कुड, स्टूड, वुड ये सब ए है, और अनग्रोथ, ग्रोथ, बोथ इसको हमने बी दे दिया. ओके, नाउ two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Now what is diverged means? डाइवर्जन क्या होता है आपको मालूम है? सेपरेटेड एंड टुक अ डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन. ये डाइवर्जन दे दिया जाता है, दूसरा रूट बता दिया जाता है आपको. एंड हियर येलो वुड इज, इट इज़ अ फॉरेस्ट विद डिकम्पोजिंग लीव्स. एंड व्हाट इज अंडरग्रोथ? dense growth of plants and bushes. Okay, now what he is saying in stanza 1, he is saying that once the poet was walking down a road and then there was a diversion. Okay, so there were two different paths and he had to choose one out of them. The poet says that as he was one person, he could travel on one road only. Okay, सेकेंड लाइन में यही कह रहा है, वो क्या है, एक पर्सन है इसलिए एक रोड पे ही ट्रैवल कर सकता है. सो ही हैड टू चूज वन आउट ऑफ दीज टू रोड्स. नाउ व्हाट इज येलो रोड, येलो वुड मीन्स येलो फॉरेस्ट. ओके, मीन्स अ फॉरेस्ट विद लीव्स विच आर वेयरिंग आउट, ख़राब हो गई हैं, सड़ गई हैं और इसीलिए येलो हो गई है कलर में. एंड दे हैव टर्न येलो इन कलर, द सीजन ऑफ ऑटम. It represents a world which is full of people, where people have been living for many years. Now they represent people who are older than the poet. The poet kept standing there and looked at the path very carefully, as far as he could see it. Before taking the path, he wanted to know how it was. Was it suitable for him or not? He was able to see the path till from where it curved, after which it was covered with trees and was hidden. It happens in our life also. When we have choices, okay, we have alternatives, but we have to choose only one out of them, and we take time to think about the pros and cons. ऐसा होता है हमारी लाइफ में, है ना. हम लोग सोचने लग जाते हैं जब हमारे पास चॉइसेस होती है कि क्या करना चाहिए, ऐसा हो जाएगा, ओके, एंड वेदर इट इज़ सूटेबल फॉर अस और नॉट, और ओनली दैन, ये भी हम लोग सोचते हैं. सो वी टेक अ डिसीजन ऑन व्हाट पाथ वी शुड चूज. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट स्टेंजा. आई थिंक फर्स्ट स्टेंजा आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. अब देखो यहाँ पर देखो wanted wear, wanted wear, see wanted wear, the wanted verb sound, okay, it is repeated, so it is alliteration. What is it? Alliteration. ये कौन सी टर्म जो टेक्निक लिटरेरी टर्म यहाँ पे यूज़ हुई है? alliteration. ओके, alliteration, ये थोड़ा सा आप लोग ध्यान में रखेंगे. alliteration, ओके. इसी टाइप से और भी आप इसमें ढूंढ सकते हो, पोएम में काफ़ी मिल जाएंगे आपको. सो ये मैंने एक वांटेड वेयर का आपको बता दिया. ओके, नाउ so Dan took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that passing there had warned them really about the same. Now in stanza 2, what the poet is describing, or what he is saying, that the poet kept on looking at one path for a long time to check if it is the right path for him or not. Okay, and then he decided and started walking on another path, because he felt that the both paths were equally good. He says just as fair, so he felt that both paths were equally good and started walking on one of them. Now he adds that maybe he felt that the path was better for him, so he chooses it as it had grass on it, which means that it was unused. Not many people had walked on this path earlier. That is why this path was grassy. And wanted wear means that it was not walked over by many people. After he walked on the path for some distance, he realized that both the paths had been worn out the same way. Both the paths were similar and worn out. Now, even in our life, we take any path or option, but all of them have the same benefits, advantages, problems, challenges, and we must face them. We think that we are choosing a better option, but it is not that way. Okay, now third stanza. In third stanza he is saying, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Now what he is saying? Trodden means walked over. Okay, trodden means walked over. Now in stanza third, the poet says that both the paths were similar that morning, and both had leaves on them, and no one had stepped on them, as they were still green in color. He decided that day he would take one path and keep the other path for another day. Although he knew that one way leads on to another way, he knew that he could not go back on the choice that he had made. Similarly, in our life also, once we chose an option, we must keep on moving ahead with that option only, and we never get a chance to come back, because it is not possible, and take the other option that we had left earlier. Okay, so this is actually life. Now come to stanza 4th. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Now, in the end, in the last stanza, sigh means deep breath, okay, and hands means in the future, here. So, in the last stanza, he says that in the future he will take a deep breath and say that once upon a time he had reached such a point in life that there were two options for him, and he traveled on that road which had been traveled upon by lesser number of people. That decision of his decided his future. Similarly, in future, when you grow up, then you will say that once upon a time when you were young, you had two options. The choice that you made, what you made, you become of it. And this is a very strong message for all the students, that you should be wise and be careful while making choices out of the options that you have in your life, because your future depends on the choice that you make today, and this only can make difference. Okay, so I think you all have understood the poem very well. Okay, so just see the literary devices used here. You have seen rhyming scheme. Symbolism is used here because two roads, they represent actually two choices in our life. Alliteration is here. Okay, wanted, where, and first for. Okay, so alliteration is used in this poem, repetition is used in this poem. Okay, anaphora is used in this poem. Okay, so I think you all have understood the poem. So I am going to end the video. Thank you all of you. Okay.